Good afternoon, Congressman, and welcome you to Voice of America. My question is that in the US Constitution, it's written that any person born or naturalized in the US should be able to enjoy all the privileges of this country, and no state shall ever deprive that person of life, property, or liberty without due.
Or even the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, of course, pursuit of happiness without due process of law. But now we know that there is a lot of debate about immigrants and immigration status, mainly illegal immigrants. And there are laws in Virginia also that if any person is arrested on criminal charges, the state police officials can hand over that person to federal authority if they have any question about his or her immigration status. So in this case or in such cases, will there be risk of racial profiling involving South Asians, Bangladeshis? What do you think?
I think there is a risk of some racial profiling because of this politicized effort to make it more difficult for immigrant populations to integrate within our society. First of all, the 14th Amendment will not be changed. It will continue to be the case that if you are born in the United States and naturalized, you keep your citizenship. It will not be denied. There is a long history, and that history leads to one conclusion, that this is an amendment to our Constitution that should and will stay, number one. Number two, these efforts to ask people's citizenship without cause, by that I mean without their having violated the law or done something that is inappropriate that would normally draw the law enforcement officer's attention, that's somewhat un-American. You can't tell who is an American by looking at them, by determining what their religion is, by even listening to their views on any topic, because America includes people of all races and religions and points of view. That's what's great about America.
In one event, suppose the parents are from a different country, children are born in this country, right, and somehow one of the parents did get into some criminal act, and without going through the due process of law, he or she is being deported. What happens to the children who are under 18?
I think there is a risk of some racial profiling because of this politicized effort to make it more difficult for immigrant populations to integrate within our society. First of all, the 14th Amendment will not be changed. It will continue to be the case that if you are born in the United States and naturalized, you keep your citizenship.
You are a member of US House Bangladesh Caucus. Mm-hmm. And this is about the Bangladesh-US cooperation. Mm-hmm. Which, in your opinion, which are the major fields of cooperation between Bangladesh and the US right now? And also I have, the second question is it possible for US to grant the quota and tariff-free access of Bangladeshi products in the US market?
It is possible for the U.S. to lift the quotas and tariffs that restrict Bangladeshi products into the United States. but Bangladeshi products are being sold into the United States. In fact, the United States is the principal purchaser of Bangladeshi exports, I'm told, at least in terms of garments. The problem that the United States has is that in Bangladesh, the labor and environmental conditions are far inferior to what they are in the United States. And so people in the garment industry particularly are opposed to granting full access of Bangladeshi products into the United States for fear that some employers will exploit Bangladeshi people. But there are 3 million, nearly 3 million women working in the garment industry in Bangladesh. It's a poor country when you figure that a substantial portion of the population is living on less than $2 a day. It's any work is good work until the economy is stronger. So I think we should take a somewhat relaxed attitude, although we want to keep the pressure on the government and particularly on employers to have decent labor standards and environmental standards, although they will probably never be as strong as those in the United States.
Bangladesh is also suffering because of the climate change, and how U.S. can help them.
The United States, even though we are only 5% of the world's population, we are emitting more than 25% of the world's pollution. We need to get a handle on that. We need to restrict greenhouse gases, and I feel strongly about that. And in my position in the Congress, we're trying to get legislation through. The problem is we have to deal with coal industry, and they don't want that restriction of greenhouse gases. But we need to do our effort because the greenhouse gases we let loose into the atmosphere are warming the planet, and Bangladesh is going to be one of the nations that suffers the most.
How would you encourage the Bangladeshi Americans to get the best of this country, the benefit of this country, the land of opportunity in education, politics, business?
First of all, the parents need to be involved in the school system. Make sure it's a good school system, that their children get the best possible education, try to get them up through college as well, so that there's upward mobility and a better life for their children. I also think that in the process of being involved in the schools, they should be involved in the community. I would hope that the Bangladeshi people would speak out, not just among their own, which is in their own comfort zone. A lot of ethnic communities are full of criticism and comment when they're among themselves, but they don't stand up and speak out at community meetings where there are larger representation, and that's what they need to do. Get involved in the political process, get involved in civic activities, speak out. This is their country. I want Bangladeshi Americans both to be loyal to their country of origin, but also contributing to the betterment of their adopted country, the United States.
Congressman Moran, thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm very fond of the Bangladeshi community. I want to continue to work with them and encourage them to contact our office and enable us to be at their disposal and to serve their needs.